Hey guys, it's Queen Nivara, and it is a bit of a different video today. Definitely nothing like on my channel because it's not even a video game. I'm just going to be doing math and maybe helping you learn to do some math or teaching you. I love math. It's my favorite subject. I help all my siblings with math. I help anyone I know with math if they need it. And I decided that I just want to keep learning math. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me problems and equations and teach me how to do more math. I'm refreshing my memory on Calculus 1, and then we'll go to 2, 3, and then maybe on the quantum theory? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. That's my plan. That's my goal. This might take years of doing, but I figured I might as well document my progress. I don't know if anyone else is doing this, asking ChatGPT how to do things, but let's just get started on our first problem. I have the limit of x goes to 2, and then the problem is x squared minus 4 all over x minus 2. As you can see, I've been refreshing my memory so that I wasn't completely like, what the frick am I doing with myself? Because it has been 2 years since I've done calculus, so it's been a while. But this problem I actually think is going to be really easy. There are a lot of rules, and if people want me to explain them, I can do that. But for now, I'll just solve the equation and talk you through my steps. So you always need to write the limit on the side because, well, then, especially if you're like in an actual math class, you won't get credit because honestly, I don't really know. They just tell me that's what it is and that's what you do. So you have to simplify this problem down to as much as you can, really. And that's how I like to think of it, is simplifying. Because if you plugged in what the value is of 2 into this equation on the bottom, so 2 minus 2, that equals 0. And then this whole thing wouldn't exist. And that's not necessarily true. So the top part, x squared minus 4, you can actually factor. Because 4 is a square root of 2. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying at the moment, but it can be factored, okay? Because it can be x minus 2 and x plus 2. Because if you do the factor theorem, which is you just go, this is what you multiply, and then this is what you multiply. X times x is x squared. Boom. X plus 2x, x minus 2x minus 2x minus 2x is 0, and then minus 2 times plus 2 is minus 4. So it all works out in the end. And then this is all over x minus 2 still, which now you can cancel out x minus 2 on the top and x minus 2 on the bottom because they are separated. And now if you were to just take x minus 2 and put it over here, it'd just be 1. It'd always be 1. No matter what you do it'd be 1. And then you times it by x plus 2 over x minus 2. Then that would be, or not x minus 2, sorry. They can cancel out. Okay, I'm not a teacher. I don't know all the math things. But I do know that this and this are no longer needed in the equation because it's on the top and it's on the bottom. Now it's just the limit of x goes to 2 is x plus 2, and then you plug in x plus 2. So we'll just 2 plus 2 equals 4. Easy. Woohoo! We did it. I don't know if you can see it. 4. Now back to this side. Now in once you get to like college grade math, this is how you have to like make sure that you do your equations, at least like literally everywhere I went to school. In high school, I took college math classes, and this is how they had me do my math equation, or they had me lay out my papers. Damn it. And then when I went to actual college and still took math, this is how they did it to both of the colleges I went to, because I went to 2. I transferred. And they both had me do it. this way. And I'm a little bit of OCD. Whoops. So mine has to look a little bit even. There's not an even amount of squares, but like this looks even more even than that when you do it right here down the middle. And usually they'll make you do like a header, or maybe they won't and I'll just do a header, but I would do like math 1010 and then all the problems that I have to do in the workbook. Yeah, and that's what I do. Okay, let's see. It was like 9, 10, sure, 10. We can start higher. Number 10, ChatGPT is giving me an equation to solve, of course. Okay, this one's another one just like the one we just did. So x to limit as x approaches 1, and then it's x squared minus 1 over x minus 1. And again, this is like the same thing as the one before. 1 can be factored because 1 times 1 equals 1 every time. So it'll be x minus 1, x plus 1. And if you were to, this is just once you have done math so long and you've done factoring for so long, it's just like in your brain, you know, like 1, like 4, let's see what else, like 16. You can kind of like know when things can be factored pretty easily because you just recognize it. And then it's all over x minus 1. And again, it can be canceled out. Oh, I didn't put 1 here. And then the limit as x goes to 1 is just x plus 1. The limit as x goes to 1, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Bam, bam, bam. Easy, easy, easy. Let's go on to another one. This one I might be confused on, but whoa. There must have been something underneath my thing. Okay, as x, the limit as x goes to 0, and then we got x squared all over x. Let's see if you can kind of see that, if it'll focus for me. Yeah. Hey guys, there's a bit of a different scenery now because, well, the lighting was being weird and it was all being weird. And, so now we have the problem, the limit as x goes to 0, x squared all over x. And I was like kind of confused, and then I remembered that there's just, you can just take out an x because there's 2 x's here and there's an x here, so it can go x and x. So then it's just the limit as x goes to 0 is x, which equals 0. So yeah, I mean that I just kind of almost forgot how to do that, but you know, it's okay. We figured it out again. Number 12. Let's see, what else does it have for me? ChatGPT, huh? Okay, so let's see. The limit as x goes to 0 with the square root of x plus 1 minus 1 all over x. Can I go like, I think I can like just go like this and like square the whole thing, because then it would just take away the square root and just get rid of x plus 1, or like let x plus 1 get out of this thing, and then it'd be, I think that'd make it plus 2, right? Because you got to keep the negative, and then it's just x squared. But let me think about it. Okay, so after consulting ChatGPT, I actually can't do this, But it's pretty much what I'm doing, but just different. Okay. I mean, I guess it is like, no, it's not because the denominator. Anyways, I had to like work it through and we figured it out, but you just have to times it by the numerator on both. Yeah, make sure that goes over. All right. Or but plus one. Sorry, plus one, not minus one. So then it'd be the limit as x goes to 0 is the square root of x plus 1 squared minus 1 . Hold up. I'm confused, okay? I'm confused. The numerator. Alright, because then you have to go like x squared. Oh, but then it's like, okay, I understand now. Yeah. Because it's like, yeah. So the reason that there's not another, like, because when you go like x plus 1, square root of x plus 1 times square root of x plus 1, that's this right here. But then there's not a square root of x plus 1 minus the square root of x plus 1 because it just factors out, okay? Once it factors, because this is technically factored, you have to factor it. You have to like multiply it by everything in the group, all right? So this goes to this, and then this goes to this. It's the same as like up here, okay? When you factor out x plus 1, x minus 1, there's not another x in the middle because it cancels out because there's a minus and a positive and they're the same. They equal the same. So, great. My brain is figuring it out now. Minus 1, and this is squared, technically, but that just will equal 1 anyways. And then it'll be x times, we're not going to like go through the hassle of multiplying this out right now because that would make it not simple, or like that would be simplifying it before we even broke it apart. So let's go ahead and just figure that out. So then, because this is squared, the square root goes away. And then it's x plus 1 minus 1. So then it'd be the limit as x goes to 0 is x all over x times square root of x plus 1 plus 1. Okay. And now because we didn't simplify it before, this x and this x can go away. Now it's just the limit as x goes to 0 is 1 all over square root of x plus 1 plus 1. Now the limit as x goes to 0 is just 1. And this is the simplest form, so we can plug in the 0. 0 plus 1 plus 1. I'm just making this one long so that I can make sure I don't make any mistakes. 1, the square root of 1 plus 1. And the square root of 1 is just 1. So equals 1/2. Boom. The limit as x goes to 0 for this equation is 1/2. Beautiful. Done. Bam. That one was a little trickier in my brain, but it was a good reminder. Let's get another good reminder, right? Do. Okay. The limit as x goes to 4, the square root of x minus 2 over x minus 4. So now it's the same as the one above. And now I'm regretting not moving this all over here. So we will just continue over there in a second because I am going to need the room. So we're going to times this by the numerator again. The whole thing. You have to do the whole thing. Square root of x minus 2. But it's plus. Don't let me forget. Plus 2. Plus 2. Plus 2. Okay. So then it'd be the limit as x goes to 4. The square root of x squared minus... We're just going to 4 because we know what that is. Because if we factor, it goes times, that's what we got here. Plus 2x square root of x plus minus 2 square root of x cancels out. Minus 4. Perfect. Okay. And then what we're going to do is keep x minus 4 and just times by 2 like this. Boom. Keep it outside of all the gross mumbo jumbo. And then this cancels out because the square root is like, yeah. And then x minus 4. X minus 4. Now this cancels out and this cancels out. And then it's just a limit. X goes to 4 is 1 over the square root of x plus 2. Oh, we almost did it. So I am just going to try and fit it in this thing. X goes to 4 is 1 over square root of 4 plus 2, which is, this goes to 2. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. 1/4 equals 1/4. Yay, 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 yay. Equals 1/4. Perfect. 14. Now it's trigonomic limits. I don't know. Well, I think actually both of these are just equal 1 or 0. That I can see the problems of being because of the rules. The sine of x all over x. Yeah, this just equals 1. That's the rule of calculus. Okay? I don't make the rules. I just listen to them. Perfect. Yeah, it just equals 1. That's just a known answer, a known equation that you're supposed to remember and memorize by heart. I bet you they show you. Oh, wasn't even showing you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, the limit as x goes to 0 is sine of x all over x equals 1. Now, the next problem, the next one, the limit as x goes to 0 of 1 minus cosine of x all over x squared, it equals 1/2. And there's a whole equation behind why it equals 1/2. But we just know it equals 1/2. Okay? That's just what they teach you, and you actually use that equation to solve other equations. If you can simplify the answer to 1 minus cosine of x over x squared or sine of x over x to equal 1, then you can, like, it's just like factoring, like on the other stuff. So, okay. I have one we can do. The limit as x goes to infinity, that infinity isn't close enough together. There we go. 5x squared plus x all over 2x squared minus 7. Now, I think that the denominator can be factored. I'm not positive, but I want to say so. All right, it might be trickier, but I think it's like 2x, x. Maybe not. Maybe it can't be, because like nothing multiplies to 7. Nothing multiplies to 7, huh? Nothing multiplies to 7. Let's think. Yeah, you can't do that. Unfortunately, it can't be factored. Sadly, it cannot be factored. So let's just see. The other thing is where you go like this: x squared over x squared. I don't know what it's called, but this is how you do it. And then it's 2x squared over x squared plus 7 over x squared. And these go to 0. That's what they equal. That's the rule again. And then these obviously cancel out because they just equal 1 every time. So then the limit as x approaches infinity is 5 plus 0 over 2 plus 0, which this just equals 5 over 2. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I like it when the lines meet up. Okay, let's see our next problem. Okay. The limit is x, goes to 1 of x cubed minus 1 over x minus 1. So I'm pretty sure this can be factored out. It'll just be x minus 1. A squared. So x squared. I'm trying to remember the thing, okay? Because it's like a squared plus ab minus a or b. I think it's b, but I may be wrong. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Oh, it's b squared. Okay, so yeah, it's a squared, which is x, plus ab, or is it plus ab? Yeah, plus ab, so just which a equals x and b equals 1. So it'd just be x plus 1, because 1 squared is 1. So, yeah. Whew, that was like hard to remember. It's been a long time. So then this can cancel out with this, because it'll equal 1 at all times. X squared plus x plus 1. Well, actually, excuse me. That's the whole thing. X squared plus x plus 1. So then we plug it in. Is 1 squared plus 1 plus 1. So that's just 3. Because 1 times 1 always equals 1. Plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Yay! Easy peasy. Easy peasy. So the thing is, so x equals a, 1 equals b. Yeah. A squared, or not a squared, just a my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's hard to remember. A minus B all times A squared plus AB plus B squared. That's the helpful problem. As the limit of x approaches infinity, we've got 1 plus 1 over x all to the root of x. Okay. This one is another rule one, just like these two. This will always equal e. And e is like an approximate number that goes on for a while. And it's just a part of calculus, and it's just a part of the rule. And again, I don't make the rules. I just follow them. And I like the rules of math. They're not wrong. They're not wrong. You're wrong. Okay? It's just a fact. So, this one I think will be our last problem for today. Okay, let's do this one. The limit as x approaches infinity, or was it infinity? Yeah, it's infinity, of 4x cubed minus x plus 1 all over 2x cubed plus 5. Now this is one where you have to like put the highest exponent value, which is 3, underneath everything. So be 4x cubed all over x cubed minus x over x cubed plus 1 over x cubed. And then we do the same thing on the bottom. 2x cubed all over x cubed plus 5 over x cubed. And then, so this cancels out and this cancels out. And so there's these two, but 4 stays. This goes to 0. This goes to 0. This goes to 0. It always goes to 0. The limit as x approaches infinity is 4 minus 0 plus 0 all over 2 plus 0, which this equals 2. Simplifies to 2. 4 halves is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And that is our final equation. That is for today. We did a whole page plus 1 extra problem down here. But we will be doing more for a long time. Hopefully lots of math. Hopefully I can review all this and get better at it and remember the tricks and tips. And I'm going to start writing down some notes, like all of these equations that are just like problems that you must know, so that I'll never forget. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this video. Maybe you'll like to see some more of this kind of content. So see you next time. Peace, guys.